Welcome to Coffee with Art, coming to you from the Brown Family Farm and First Baptist Church, Connerville, Oklahoma. We join together every morning to spend a few minutes reading our Bible, enjoying each other's company, and encouraging each other throughout the day. Have a blessed day. Good morning. There we go. First part. Yesterday, nothing worked very well. And it wasn't broadcasting until one of the administrators approved it, and then when Bruce approved it, then it started working. And I'm an administrator, I wouldn't think that it would make that much difference, but it's not. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and do it, and then I don't know. We're still working on see if we can get it fixed. That way, you guys can watch it live instead of having to wait till it's approved and then watch the replay. I don't know. Facebook, that was working really good on Friday. Didn't work so good on Sunday. Didn't work very good yesterday. Working today, or it's not working today because I don't think anybody's going to be able to see it live. But this morning we're in Acts chapter 19, and talks about demonism defeated at Ephesus. So God was performing extraordinary miracles by Paul's hands, so that even face cloths or aprons that had touched his skin were brought to the sick, and the disease left them, and the evil spirits came out of them. And some of the itinerant Jewish exorcists also attempted to pronounce the name of the Lord Jesus over those who had evil spirits, saying, I command you by the Jesus that Paul preaches. 7 sons of Sceva, a Jewish high priest, were doing this. The evil spirits answered them, I know Jesus, and I recognize Paul, but who are you? Then the man who had the evil spirit jumped on them, overpowered them all, and prevailed against them, so that they ran out of the house naked and wounded. When this became known to everyone who lived in Ephesus, both Jews and Greeks, they became afraid, and the name of the Lord Jesus was held in high esteem. And many who had become believers came confessing and disclosing their practices, while many of those who had practiced magic collected their books and burned them in front of everyone. So they calculated their value and found it to be 50,000 pieces of silver. In this way, the word of the Lord flourished and prevailed. After these events, Paul resolved by the Spirit to pass through Macedonia and Achaia and go to Jerusalem. After I've been there, he said, it is necessary for me to see Rome as well. After sending to Macedonia 2 of those who assisted him, Timothy and Erastus, he himself stayed in Asia for a while. About that time, there was a major disturbance about the way, with the capital W, way, for a person named Demetrius, a silversmith who made silver shrines of Artemis, provided a great deal of business for the craftsmen. When he had assembled them, as well as the workers engaged in this type of business, he said, men, you know that our prosperity is derived from this business. You see and hear that only in Ephesus, but in almost all of Asia, this man Paul has persuaded and misled a considerable number of people by saying that gods made by hands are not gods. Not only do we run the risk that our business may be discredited, but also that the temple of the great goddess Artemis may be despised and her magnificence come to the verge of ruin, the very one all of Asia and the world worship. When they had heard this, they were filled with rage and began to cry out, great is Artemis of Ephesus. So the city was filled with confusion, and they rushed out altogether into the amphitheater, dragging along Gaius and Aristarchus, Macedonians who were Paul's traveling companions. Although Paul wanted to go in before the people, the disciples did not let him. Even some of the provincial officials of Asia who were his friends sent word to him, pleading with him for him not to venture into the amphitheater. Some were shouting one thing and some another, because the assembly was in confusion, and most of them did not know why they had come together. Some Jews in the crowd gave instructions to Alexander. After they pushed him to the front, motioning with his hand, Alexander wanted to make his defense to the people. But when they recognized that he was a Jew, they all shouted in unison for about 2 hours, "Great Artemis of the Ephesians." When the city clerk had calmed the crowd down, he said, "People of Ephesus, what person is there who doesn't know that the city of Ephesians is a temple guardian of the great Artemis and of the image that fell from heaven? Therefore, since these things are undeniable, you must keep calm and not do anything rash, for you have brought these men who are not temple robbers or blasphemers of our God, not temple robbers of our goddess." Let's do that again. "Who are not temple robbers or blasphemers of our goddess." So if Demetrius and the craftsmen who are with him have a case against anyone, the courts are in session, and there are proconsuls. Let them bring charges against one another. But if you seek anything further, it must be decided in a legal assembly. In fact, we run a risk of being charged with rioting for what happened today, since there is no justification that we can give as a reason for this disturbance. After saying this, he dismissed the assembly. Well, there you go. They just about tore everything up in Ephesus, didn't they? Because they weren't selling their silver idols. Wow. Well, there's somebody right there. There's one person. I don't know what the deal is, why it's all messed up. But I'll save it on Facebook, and you guys can watch it during the day. As we go through the day, just remember, Dawn and I, we love you guys. There's Bruce. Good morning, Bruce. And we just finished up. I don't know what the deal is, but we'll see if we can work on it. And say kind words and do kind things. Call and check on somebody. Tell them that you love them. Bruce and I will keep working on this if we can figure it out. And I don't know what the deal is. We'll see you in the morning. Bye-bye.